let's talk about Pilates fundamentals. I want you to feel your core working in a really safe and effective way that you can translate into your everyday life, no matter what you love to do, whether it's other sports, or it's hiking, or it's running, or it's gardening, or it's playing with your kids or your grandkids. I want you to feel like you can take your Pilates work into your everyday movements. So we need to understand what it is that Pilates is really wanting you to feel in your body. And the way I like to present it at my studio, as a teacher trainer to my apprentices and to my clients, is through the lens of the 4 foundations of movement. So I want you to come to a sense of what your frame is in Pilates. So basically that's knowing where you are in space. How is your alignment? How is your posture? Then I want you to understand your powerhouse, which are your deep core muscles, which start all the way up here at your sides and your waist, or your lats on the side here, all the way down. Low abs, upper abs, your bottom, your inner thighs, your hamstrings, the back of your legs. So your powerhouse, you can think in Pilates, kind of runs here from your ribs all the way down your waist, your hips. And to find that strength through this full area is going to be really empowering into how you move your body in preventing injury and recovering. And also, you know, I like to say there's not a straight tree in the forest. Everybody has a little imbalance where we tend to be stronger on one side, less strong on the other, and that's okay, but you want to know where you need to work so that you can apply it to life, and then you feel safe, you feel supported, you feel really capable. So here we are with frame, powerhouse, opposition. So feeling, this is really important principle in Pilates, feeling like there's a two-way stretch going on in your body. It's as if your spine was a spring, you want to be elongating it. In every movement we're going to do, you want to feel that you are creating opposition, which is why you can get so much out of just Pilates mat work at home without all the apparatus. If you have a studio you can get into, or if you're in Asheville, you can come here. The equipment is amazing, but you can get so much out of the mat work by creating this opposition or elongation in your body yourself. So we're going to talk through that. And then I want you to understand that all of those pieces lead to spine flexibility. Finding this flexibility and suppleness in your body keeps you very, very healthy, feeling young, feeling invigorated. And that's one of Joseph Pilates' biggest principles. If your spine is flexible, you are young and you are able. So those are the pieces that I want you to try to find in your mat work. All you need at home is a good, comfortable, thick mat. I'm up here on the Cadillac because it's convenient, and if you were coming in the studio and we wanted to learn and practice mat together, I'd probably teach you up here because it's nice, comfortable pad. It's a good position for me to teach you. So all you need is either double up your yoga mats or have a thick Pilates mat. So let's first begin by finding your frame and your powerhouse with some half roll downs. So bend your knees, feet together, hold on behind your thighs, pull your stomach in, and get long as you start to round your spine back. So I want to make sure I'm creating a lot of space in my body. That's the opposition we talked about. Really pulling my belly button in deep, so I'm not pushing out, I'm pulling in, and I'm using my arms to help me find that. And then pull and curve back up. Again, so I'm rounding my spine, hold there. I'm not gripping in my hips, I'm creating a lot of length. Curve back up. Again, roll halfway down. So our half roll downs build our roll ups. Try not to have your feet too close, right? Because this wants to tip me over. Keep them extended. Work the arms, pulling in. And if you can keep that, reach your arms. Come back up. Again, roll down, halfway down, hold. Just kind of where my fingertips are near my knees. Pull in deeper. Round up. One more. And make sure you're breathing, right? Breathing comfortably at first. If I give you too many things to think about, you'll be overwhelmed. So for now, breathe comfortably. Okay, so that gave you a sense of your frame, your hips, your shoulders, and you found your stomach must be hot by now, right? So roll your spine down onto your back, hug your knees into your chest. We're gonna build to 100 so that you understand this is sort of a basic fundamental workout. Bring your legs into a tabletop. Pull with your arms so you curve up. So I want the weight of my head resting on my chest, not floating back here in no man's land. That's super necky and kind of stressful, right? So you want to get all the way up. Let the weight of your head rest on your chest and hold. Here also, I'm not letting my bottom lift in the air. So right here If I hold and just start taking long, deep breaths, I'm doing the 100. Now let's say you feel good about this, that you can keep your stomach in, your back feels safe and engaged with the mat. I'm gonna reach my arms. Then start your pumps. Long inhale, long exhale. Long inhale, long exhale. Stretch your legs up. What's most important is that you are pulling in the whole time, not pushing out. I could maybe lower my legs, but not at the risk of losing my connection to my core. I definitely feel my two-way stretch though. I'm reaching my legs long and pulling in at the same time. One more breath. Finish your exhale. Hug it in. Rest your head down. Set your feet down. Let's do some 10-10-10s, we call it. Lie flat on your back, knees and feet together, press the center line. Okay, so now I feel my frame again anchored into the mat. Tailbone is down, shoulders are back. And this is important. If you see from the side, I want to make sure I'm not lying here thinking I'm lying flush with my bottom tucked up in the air. There's no tucking in Pilates. We don't want to be gripping in the front, rolling my hips up. Because then I'm creating tension. I want to have my hips anchored down on the mat. Back is flat. I'm not so worried about a neutral spine or that language. I just want you to feel like you're pulling in and your spine is really long. So press your arms into the mat, hold there. Reach that right leg out long. Now I'm working on holding the weight of my leg from my waist. Stay there. Then using the core, I take my leg down a little bit. We call it the 10-10-10 because you're holding your leg in 3 positions for about 10 seconds. And then go low, almost to the floor. My bottom is staying on, right? Because remember, that's part of my powerhouse. And I'm getting long. My leg is reaching away, stomach's pulling in. And slide that leg in, trade. Left leg out at a high angle. My tailbone is down, right? Stomach is still pulling in. And then I'm also working my posture. So keep my chest open. Take your leg down, hold. Turning on the backs of both legs. The left bottom's working. And lower again, almost towards the floor. And you may find that you have one side that's more stable than the other. And you want to take all that information in. Okay, set that down. I already feel like I've been working here. Now let's work on how we build our stomach series. So single leg stretch. My right leg comes in. I'm going to hold on to it and curl up. If you can curl up, that's what you want to start to do because it builds your upper ab strength and your spine flexibility. So I'm going to hold on to this leg and set it down and switch. Other one in. Set it down and switch. Now, if that's too much for you, you have other options. I can hold on to both at the same time. By pulling this leg in, I'm activating this side of my core. If that feels a little bit necky for you, you can set your head down and keep going. I could simply do these kind of knee lifts like this. This is a great way to build your stomach series. Okay, hug both legs in. So let's say that goes well, and that really makes a lot of sense for you. If your back is meeting the mat, you know how to engage your core. Now curl up all the way. Hold on to that one leg. Outside hand on your ankle, inside hand on your knee. That way I'm tracking my leg straight. I'm not torquing and twisting. The other leg goes up at an angle. Switch. Now as you're building it, you can start with it kind of steep, that leg. Switch. And switch. And as you feel like you have really good control in your center, you can reach that leg long and low. But notice how my arms are working. As I pull that leg in, it's also pushing back into my arms. That helps me stay connected in my core versus sort of falling back here, right, where I'm not creating opposition. Switch. Switch. Good work. Okay, hug everything in, rest your head. Let's go into our single leg circles. So stretch your right leg up straight, hold it there. Press your arms to the sides. Let's bend this base leg in so you can just focus on keeping your spine nice and flat to the mat. Do small circles across your frame. Working on keeping everything else very stable. Hold there, reverse for 5. So you're strengthening your core. Hold it and take it down. Other one, stretch it up straight. Press your arms to your sides, small circles. Keeping your tailbone grounded. And 5, reverse for 5. Everything else stays really rooted. You're learning how to connect to your waist, strengthening your hips. Hold there and set it down. Okay, straighten your legs almost. Hold behind your thighs, pull with your arms. Let's do a smooth roll up to the top. And then sit up tall for spine stretch forward. So have your legs the width of your mat, a little bit wider than your hips, and start with your hand over hand on the mat in front of you. Now, as if my back's against a wall, I want to try to peel it off one at a time. So chin to chest, start to reach, 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 reach. Pulling your waist back at the same time. Roll back up, sitting tall. Again, lift, and then round, reach your arms forward, pull your belly button in. Roll it back up, sit tall. Start with your arms out in front of you now, lift. Tuck your head, round forward, but I'm pulling back. There's my opposition again. I'm reaching and I'm pulling back, and my spine is getting more flexible. And roll up. Nice and lifted. One more. Let's breathe. Inhale, lift. As you round forward, start your long exhale. And roll back up to the top. Nice. Okay, so that gives you a little bit of a foundation for the Pilates mat work. I wanted you to understand the 4 principles. So you have frame, you know how to use your powerhouse, you know what it is. You know the idea, the concept of opposition in your body, and that all that's going to lead to a really flexible spine that you can apply to how you're moving through the world on the whole. So those principles you will build, and then you build from your basic sequence into the intermediate, into all the videos that we provide at Core Self. So take these principles, get them in your body, and keep going and build your workout at home on the mat. Thanks.